Hello the internet! It is Tuesday the 31st of May 2022 and welcome back to the channel. I'm standing down here on the Lake Wakatipu in Queenstown. We've got the Remarkables behind me. Oh, by the way, just a little heads up. I'm not very impressed with what happened on the last vlog I shot here in Queenstown. Yeah, the little fur windshield is kind of protruding into the lens a lot. My apologies for that. It's probably going to happen a lot more today because I am going to be using this more and more for vlogs. Today in particular, what I'm doing, I'm going to cycle to Moke Lake. Now there's a catch. I don't have a bike. I don't have a bicycle, but my housemate, or one of my housemates, had a bike that another housemate left him, said you can just use this. What was that? A dingo. Yeah, an old housemate from another house said, dude, I got a bike, I don't want it, you can have it. So he's got this bike that he's never used. And I said, can I use it? And he said, yeah, but it might not get you to Moke Lake. It's not very good. I've got it here, take a look at it. This is the beautiful specimen of bicycles. It's covered in spiderweb here. I had to raise the seat up to meet my legs. I mean, it's nice color. It's black and red. It's nice. It's not the greatest bike. I went and put air in the tires, 45 PSI. The only problem I can see with it is it doesn't change gears. So it's a fixed gear bike, even though it does have gears. It's stuck on whatever index 4 is. Index 4 and L, which is actually not bad, right? It's better to be stuck on the lower gear than a high gear. Also, the back wheel doesn't spin freely. Check this out. And I've fiddled with all this stuff and I've loosened everything and... Oh, also, that's the back brake. Oh, and the helmet doesn't fit. Check the helmet out. I mean, it ties up, but it sits very high on my big fat noggin. The ride up there is gonna be pretty straightforward. Pretty standard. It's just a straight sort of along the edge of the Wakatipu. But then we have to go uphill. So we'll be walking a fair ways up the hill. It's gonna be interesting coming back down as well. It is 12 degrees Celsius. Conditions are getting finer. There is some cloud up here at the moment, which is coming from that way. So we might get a little westerly wind, a little bit of cloud activity up there, but it's supposed to be coming clear. No snow on the forecast. Let's go bike riding, cycling, bicycling. See, I mean, this is pretty straightforward, right? Just pedaling along, cruisy gear, or the only gear I can choose. Oh, should give you a time check too. It is just gone 20 past 11 in the AM, clearly. Gee, be nice to change gears right about now, but there's none to change to. Let's watch. That changes, and nothing happens. Unless it's electrical, which it isn't. Guess this is where the trail ends. Pretty scenery, huh? Not a bad spot to cycle bike ride. I think I might have made a mistake. I'm on the Sunshine Bay track, and well, I don't think this is meant for riding, right? I'm walking it. I think the option was to stay up high or take the Sunshine Bay track. It didn't say no bikes, but judging on the size of it, maybe I've done this all wrong. Nice trail though. This is definitely not for biking, this trail. The bench here though, I'm gonna use it just for a moment. We'll just get our breath back and then I'll hopefully get back on the road because I made the wrong choice there. Sunshine Bay track, not a cycle path. Be a good view if that tree wasn't there. What are we gonna give this bike? I've gotta give it a name, right? Call it 1G. Oh wow, the handlebar's falling off too. Awesome. We're gonna call this guy 1G. 1G for one gear. One gear. Hey, this is a nice bridge. Gorge. Might not be a cycle path, but holy dang, what a view. Look at this view from here. Isn't this nice? If you want to take a nice little stroll out of Queenstown, do the Queenstown Bay to Sunshine Bay walk. Don't bring a bike. It's not a bike trail. Definitely getting off. Definitely getting off. You know? Well, this could be my saving grace here. The road is just up here. The track keeps going, but there is an entrance point here to the road. I'm going back up to the road. Cycling on the road, but there is no alternative. There's actually a little bit of a verge here. Better than nothing. I might seem like I'm taking this for granted by not stopping, but there's just too many of these beautiful little scenic pullouts, and we're not even close to the Moke Lake turnoff yet, so this journey shouldn't have been going for as long as it is before we've even got to Moke Lake. So that can wait another time. What I noticed too with this bike, because it's stuck in one gear, when I'm going down hills, I can't pedal because you need a higher gear. And I just can't pedal, I've just got to, which is fine really. I don't want to be pedaling fast down hills, but here we go. The Moke Lake Road. That arrow is the direction, and that is the Moke Lake Road. We're going to go up here. We're going to be walking this entire way. It's going to be pretty long. Oh, I'll do a time check. Time check? Let me do a time check even. Oh, okay. It's only 16 past 12. We left it at 20 past 11. That's actually shorter than I thought. So this next bit will take a long time. We've basically got to go. Yeah, you can't see anything, but it's right up there. As we do ascend though, it's hard not to be blown away by the constant view. Look at this. All we're doing is walking up a street, and this view just presents itself. That's Walter Peak right in front, or to the right. The remarkable ranges directly in front, skis. Yeah, the Lake Wakatipu at the base. Now we're going to be going up here. But yeah, it's hard not to be blown away by that. It's always there, staring at you, presenting itself. Beautiful. Although where we're going to go, Moke Lake, is equally as beautiful. For those of you who know the Moke Lake access road, we've just finished the S-bends, I guess, the windy bit. Then it does continue uphill, less bendy, till it gets to dirt road. I've got to stop here and get some water. So here begins the first of a few different cattle grids. You've got to like slow down if you're driving, or if you're walking, just continue walking over them. You've got to be aware that you are on farming land now and dirt road. This is a little favorite of mine. You see this big hillside here? I mean, that already looks impressive, but wait till we get up the next rise and then we go down a little. That entire face just opens right up in front of you, and you'll just go, wow. And if you don't, check yourself, because you should. So here's the second cattle stop, and that takes us down to the first lake, which is Lake Kirkpatrick. I'm gonna scoot on down here, and you're gonna see this thing, this escarpment, or this sidebar. This side, oh, it looks lovely with the sunlight there, doesn't it? Sheepses, dark behind. Kind of looks like a Windows screensaver. Move it, move it, move it. See you later. Hello. Yeah, look at this scene. What? I've got to watch the road, but I hope you can take this in. Look at it. Slow down, slow down. Slowing down. Hello, big guy. Move. See you, kids. Yeah, keep it down. Watch out, black leg guy. Oh, you did a big poo, didn't you? See you later, buddy. You probably can't tell, but it is so quiet here. I know you can hear the sound of 1G cruising, but it is really quiet here. And I'm looking forward to the 2-hour return walk around Moke Lake. That's tranquil, peaceful, and wow, and there's snow on the hills too. It's gonna be awesome. This is pretty nice. This is a place that gives me chills. We're not even there yet. And so as you come across this rise, you will see a lake. If you're unfamiliar, don't be alarmed. That is not Moke Lake. Still a lovely lake, don't get me wrong. If this is all you came for, then have a good time. It's a beauty. I fished there back in 2000, didn't catch a thing, neither did Dom. But apparently there are trout in said lake. But we are gonna continue past it and get on to Moke Lake proper. But I mean, hello scenery, right? Hello scenery. Dang, dude. Yeah, so here we are, Moke Lake. This is to answer the question, can you ride a push bike from Queenstown to Moke Lake? I mean, you can. I'm on 1G right here and it's doing quite well. Okay, fair crack of the whip. I pushed it a lot of the way up the hills. And to make the story complete, we've got to do the trip back too, so that's a factor. But to answer the question, yes, you can. So this is where 1G and I will depart for a little while because we are going to be doing the Moke Lake loop track. 2 hours and 30-minute return from here. Takes you all the way around glorious Moke Lake and back. I'm going to just leave 1G right here. I don't have a chain for it, so I'm going to assume no one steals it. It'd take a pretty lousy person to steal a push bike when you can clearly tell the person who's left it there has gone for a loop track walk, right? So I'm just going to do the thing and hopefully nobody steals it. It's right there. So I'm going to just chill here and have a muesli bar, drink some water. This is the southern end of Moke Lake. Strangely enough, that would be the northern end and that would be the western end. Now we will see that as we walk around it's like a peninsula here. Sunset's in the west, usually around about 5:30. So given the fact that we probably spent longer getting here because of the uphills, I'm factoring in at least an hour to get home. So I kind of want to be I want to be making certain I leave this area by the latest 4 o'clock. You know, at 4 o'clock, I should be thinking, dude, I've got to be on this, because there is uphills to get back, right? There's uphills out. So I'm going to factor in at least an hour from here back to Queenstown. I don't want to be cycling in the dark. I don't have any lights. I've got a phone with a light, but I've got reflectors on my shoes as well. By the way, I had to put my sweater on, my hoodie. It's a little cold here in the wind when you're not cycling. So this walk says 2.5 hours return. I usually walk a little quicker than that, but if all goes to the schedule if my sister's watching, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. I mean, there's heaps of time, right? We'll have plenty of time to chill and look at the view and drink some whiskey. So let's just start and see how we go. I'm already tired. How much longer? Are we almost there yet? Can we go home? And yeah, I will recall stories of this walk. I did this in the year 2000, so I'm assuming not much has changed. I mean, well, landscape-wise, it wouldn't have changed too much. I've been watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy again, just to sort of, you know, feel the vibes of New Zealand. This area is just like the boggy marsh that Frodo and Yahoo had to walk through to get to Thing place. And just reminds me, like, I'm just going to creep up on these little creeks because often you see trout in them, and Dom was telling me in 2000, and last night, by the way, he told me this story again. You can tickle trout and you can flick them out of the water. They go into a state of like strangeness, bizarreness, that you put them into a stance or you tickle them and they go into a trance, and then you flick them out of the water. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, the idea of riding your bike to Moke Lake, you know, like one doesn't simply ride their bike to Moke Lake. Well, yes, they do. This is obviously looking east. Over the back there is Queenstown. Ben Lomond, then Queenstown. Seeing just so much beauty here. Nice, right? I didn't have to say anything then. You could just observe. Just observe the view. How about this for a random fact, or not a random fact, a useful fact? This lake is 620 meters above sea level. If you factor in Queenstown, where we began the journey, is sitting at 320 above sea level. We've essentially done 420, 520, what did I say? 580, 620? We've done about we've only traveled upwards about 260 meters, which I guess is quite a fair bit if you're pushing a push bike that hasn't been ridden and it's just been sitting at a house for gathering spider webs and dust. I guess it is quite a high climb to go up. The altitude, that's the word I'm thinking of. Up on the hill here, you've got these glamping sites. You can go glamping Look at this hill though. Gee, crikey. I mean, I probably talk this up too much. I probably talk about Moke Lake and give it all these praises and raps. In actual fact, there's probably every lake in New Zealand is like this, right? But this one holds special meaning for me simply because Dom showed it to me in the year 2000 and it's kind of stuck with me ever since. Look at these trees in the sunlight like that. That's nice, isn't it? Wow, now it just got all dark all of a sudden. Very Lord of the Rings, right? You filthy little hobbitses. You stinky, stealing little hobbitses. Look at this. This just looks like they could have, I mean, anywhere in New Zealand could have been in Lord of the Rings, but this, look at this tree, right? Is this thing going to start talking to me? Really slowly? Look at this tree. With that light behind it? Damn, dude. I don't know how well the GoPro is not manual. You can't manually expose stuff, but I mean, hopefully it's doing something well to this. And then down here, I don't know what the GoPro picks up, but the water through the lake. You got all just this color, right? Like the trunks of the tree, the greenery, and then the blue in the lake. I mean, fair crack of the whip. And then if you look this way, look through here. Jeez. Now, if we went down here, we'd go to the peninsula. We're not going to do that though, because the peninsula looks better from the other land. So we got to go around this way here. Yeah, this is the jutting out peninsula. We don't want to hit that. Well, you can, but realistically, it looks better from across the way. Now look at this. Look at this beautiful landscape. It's going to be the beautiful landscape vlog. This is probably going to be a long one, right? I feel like this is going to be a long vlog. I mean, like I said last time we were here, I'd live stream this if I could, but there ain't any 4G and Starlink. Currently not quite ESIM. You can't lug a Starlink with you and walk with it. I feel like this is going to be a great spot to sit and have lunch. This is going to be my spot to park up, eat some lunch. Got this beautiful view here. We're a little high off the water edge here. So let's sit here, have a cut lunch, which I've already prepared, and drink some whiskey. Heck yeah. Are you seeing that? As I sit here, basically looking this way the whole time for my lunch, I see the sun light up that ridge on a freaking awesome outline. Look at this outline. It's almost like a highlight in Photoshop, just a stroke applied to the edge of the mountain there. That's insanity. I don't know how well the GoPro's capturing this as the sun comes out from behind the cloud. What? That's amazeballs. Now it's gone. That only lasted a few seconds, but man, I'm glad I saw this. I'm glad I showed it to you too. Don't know how well it picked it up though. New Zealand whiskey. It just called whiskey. It says a product of New Zealand. 1 litre, 37.0% by volume. This was $30. 30 bucks from Henry's. I don't do things in half measures, folks. Brought myself a little glass here. I'm not going to drink it from the bottle. What kind of a madman do you think I am? Neat. On the rocks with ice mixed with Coke. Cheers all. What a lovely view. What a lovely place. What a lovely walk. What a lovely ride. Ideally, what a lovely whiskey. You can taste the cask for sure. This is like sherry, right? Sherry cask. I'll tell you a funny story too. I bought this at Henry's Liquor in Queenstown. I've established, you guys came with me on the live stream. I've established their nice crew, right? Nice people at the place. And I took the bottle to the till and I put it down and said, is this crap? You know, it's 30 bucks for a litre. Is this crap? And she looked me straight in the eyes without even flinching and went, yes. Just flat out said, yep, this is rubbish. And she said, I'm not going to lie to you. You probably should buy it because, you know, you got to have it once or twice in your life. But to answer your question, yes, it's crap. So I appreciate that honesty. I wouldn't put it down as crap. I'd put it down as certainly a unique taste of its own. Not something you would... by the way, what am I giving you that for a view? You should have this for the view, right? That's the better view behind. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting whiskey taste. It's kind of like... It's like a lowbrow Aldi whiskey. It's like Highland Earl. Highland Earl is the Aldi whiskey in Australia. That's actually quite nice. This is along the same lines. I'm going to enjoy this and then we'll get on our way. Cheers. Here's beers, tears and here's Weasleys, here's waterbeds. Just so I know in the edit, I was trying to get... Oh, the sun's already changed. I was trying to get that shot of the edge of the lake kind of tapping against the hillside in the sun, and I don't know if it worked. Wow. How still is that water? I mean, there's a bit of a ripple on top of it, but the reflections is what I was thinking of. The reflections, look at the reflections. Far out. I'm just constantly in awe, constantly baffled at the beauty of this place. Look how like old and weathered, and it just looks so like dirty and disturbing, yet still also pretty in its own right, you know? Do you know what I mean? Do you know? Do you feel it? Do you see it? Like just this, it's just bizarre. Like, I don't know. I get off on that sort of stuff. Lovely. For the edit process, so I remember, the idea of that shot was to sort of crop in a little and just see those beautiful green trees with the color of the water behind it. So if I didn't put that in, I did. If I did put that in, I didn't. No. That might have gone in or it might not have. And as we slowly descend down this little descension, is that a word, descension? You can see we are now on the southern side of Moke Lake, and I know we began at the southern point of Moke Lake, but that's on the other side of the peninsula. So we've now gone around the back end, and the edge of the lake's here. This is the edge of the lake. We're going to walk, I guess we're going to walk down and across the boggy marsh, and then we'll be spiraling back along that side there. But wow, hope you've enjoyed this little jaunt thus far. I've been really enjoying it, really impressed. And yeah, I'm stoked to be able to show it to you. I'd rather do it live, but like I said earlier, I've already said this, so why am I saying it again? Cut. It's hard not to be impressed by this view if you get down low enough here on the Angel. Check this out. Let's just get down here low and look towards the lake. And you got these little bushes in the front here. Look at that vista. It's hard not to be impressed, isn't it? I mean, if you're not impressed by this, something's wrong with your very makeup. The very constitution of you is wrong if this doesn't give you, you know, some kind of movement, gesture, goosebumps. And now we are on the other side of the lake, whereas before we had lunch. I guess we had lunch kind of just in that little peak there. Yeah, before we went over the little rise and down. So we've gone down and around, and now we're up here. So I think this would be an optimum time to stop and have another whiskey. The brand whiskey. Oh shit, this Slate sliding. Oh, sliding. If you see my slate slide, the landslide. No, let's not sing. Let's not sing. Let's just enjoy this vista. I'm gonna cheers you there. Cheers. So good. Oh no! My water's empty! What's that noise? Running water? I think I will. Oh yeah. Straight off the mountain, folks. This is, I was gonna say Swiss Alps. No, New Zealand running water. Dude, that tastes fantastic. I'm gonna replenish it as well. Too easy. Much too easy. Now, if they could have one next to it that was whiskey, you'd be sorted, right? Running water and running whiskey, you're stretching it. I guess this is the highest I'm gonna get on this side of the lake. We've got this little rised up area, and as you can see, the trail goes down progressively until we get back down to the picnic area. Now, what I didn't really notice before is how pointy that peak in the background is. Like, that is like, dude, that's like if you said to like a 6-year-old in preschool, draw a mountain peak, they'd draw that, right? They'd be like, oh, it goes up and down. It's like a triangle. So now we find ourselves at the, I guess this is the, what would be the west, south, the northern point. I'm trying to work it out. Is there alcohol in that whiskey? The northern point of Moke Lake. We have sat here on the last vlog, the one before, when we talked to Nina about parasailing, paragliding off there. So we are now, but I want to show you this. Look, this view is what I want to show you. Like, that is the peninsula where we didn't walk down. We started our walk kind of through there. We walked that way. We walked up the bit of the mountain. We walked towards the camera. We walked around in a U shape. Then we went down this way. We went away from the camera, back down to that flatland. We then came up here. We walked around this edge. And we came all the way across here. And now we're sitting here. And what would happen that would make this ideal? Well, a little shelter out of the wind. There's a bit of a zephyr. And some more whiskey would be fantastic. Whiskey. Hello. Didn't realize there were other people around, but there are other people here. A little bit of wind, a little bit of coldness. Cheers. It's 36 past 3, so 3:36, and I kind of said we need to be leaving at about 4, right? 4, I think I said 4. I feel like I said 4, but we've got to go, I mean, a fair ways, right? We got to, but it's straight, it's like flat. It's going to be an easy walk, but I kind of want to stop and drink more whiskey on the way if the view's good. Just a little quick comparison. In the year 2000, this car park and bollards area didn't exist. And, well, we drove up, I think, I'm going to say it was right to the edge here. We just parked up here and had a campfire. And that's when, you know, the snow in the morning, and that's, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that I guess you've got to have, you know, bollards and like designated areas and stuff. If I'm going to stop for one more whiskey, it's going to be in this sweet, beautiful grass, right? I'm going to just like park up in this. It's 3:57 right now. Sunset's around about 5:15. We're good. We're good. I think we're very good, actually. So in that case, one more whiskey. Get that fluff out of there. And a 1 litre bottle. But do you fluff out of there? Whiskey. Being wrong, 1 litre. But I like whiskey. And I like views. I also like my new shoes from the Swiss company On Running. These guys have been great today. I mean, I couldn't have done this without these shoes. No endorsement, I bought them. They're great though. I would recommend them. Oh, this thing's biting my hands. There are a lot of flies here, a lot of sandflies. Sandflies all over me. Any Australians know the band I'm quoting there? Put in the comments. What band was that? The mountains, so the actual mountain, obviously sun behind it, but then you also get this extreme reflection in the lake. Now, I don't know how well the GoPro's auto exposing that crap, but hopefully you can see like half and half. Even if you're not getting the full-blown reflection thing, at least enjoy the view, right? Like, yeah, just enjoy that view. Enjoy the view. Shit! Is there alcohol in this whiskey? I'm gonna just check. But we should get out of here. It's getting to that point in the afternoon where we've been sitting for, it's probably about 20 past 4 now, so that's 20 minutes behind. We said we should leave. Let's go. Here we are, folks. Back to, 1G is still here. Appreciate that. We are now going to be cycling back out of here. So I guess what I should do here, let me put you I'll put you down here. For those of you who are thinking about riding a bicycle from Queenstown to Moke Lake, can you do it? And what time should you leave? Well, let's take a look at the actual time here. So it is the 31st of May, 2022. So it's the very last day of the month of May. The time is exactly, I want to show it to you, 27 past 4 in the PM. So 27 past 4 is the time that I'm leaving on the 31st of May. So if you're going to take a bike and like cycle from Queenstown to Moke Lake, be very, very well aware that you're going to be pushing that bike uphill for a long way, right? Once you get off the Glenorchy Road, you got to go uphill, hectic. It's heavy. It's a long, and just so that you know what I'm about to encounter, there's a bit of uphill here as well coming out of here. But if you leave at the time I'm leaving, let's call it 4:30. Let's call it 4:30. 4:30 for those UK crew. 4:30. If you leave now, you're going to, well, we haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming we're going to get back into Queenstown. Sunset's around 5:15. It's going to be dark when we get there, but you're going to be okay. So you wouldn't want to be leaving any time after this. So if you're going to drink whiskey like I did, make sure you're up here and you're like, okay, at least I know when I should bail. I said 4 o'clock. We're half an hour later. I still think we're okay. Let's go. We could probably do this bit as a cycle, but we got to go in the lowest gear. But it's always in this gear. That's why it's called 1G. 1 gear. Ooh, bit cold in the face. 1G. You little beauty. It didn't take long to get to the first incline. Check this out. Got a cattle stop right here. I'm getting off. I'm pushing 1G from here. Here we come, folks, to the last cattle stop on the uphill. As you can see behind me, this is the big, beautiful escarpment that we went in on. We went down this road and did a zigzag, but now we're back up on the top of it. Cattle stop here. This signifies the downward spiral. 1G, how do you feel? I feel good. I'm gonna stop and grab some water and then put some gloves on and a beanie, because we're gonna be literally just like, we're gonna be just going downhill. So there's gonna be cold wind. This guy does not fit me at all. Big pick goes on. Okay, let's concentrate, folks. We're gonna be going downhill here for quite some time. Here's the beginning. My hands are on the brake. They're tapping it. They're slowly pushing the brake in. They're riding the brake. The brake is on. It's dirt road. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the ride. Slow down, man. Take it easy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, slow down. Slow down. Slow it down. Slow it down. I'm on the brake. I'm on the brake. Oh, it's cold here. He's applying the brake. The brake is on. I took it off for a moment there and it was like, ooh, speed, Stephen, speed. Look at the view. I gotta pop my ears. Oh, that's speed, folks. Oh, 1G, don't fail me now. Oh, shit. Okay, the brake is going. Oh, it's getting slick. Brake's off. Brake is off. Brakes on. Brakes off. We're gonna slow down here. It gets a little bit level. There's a cattle grid. Oh, cattle grid. Slow down, man. Cattle grid. Just go over it in speed. You got no choice. Just go over it. Oh, shit. All right, that was pretty easy. I thought that was gonna be hectic. Oh, a bit of fluff on the lens. Should we stop to fix it? I think we should. Hold on, hold on. We're now on sealed road, by the way. That bit took like most of yesterday. Today. Hold on, let's pause here. I don't want you to have a bad vision. So get off there. Get off there. I don't want to cause an accident. I don't want to have a difficulty or an issue, but it does get heavier from here on in. And that was, sometimes that was full pelt on the brakes and it wasn't really slowing down. Shit! Let's see what happens. All right, 1G, what do you got for me? This is the straight, or almost getting to the straight stretch. Brake's going on now. I'm on the brake. I'm on it. And here we go, folks. Downward spiral. Bit of speed gearing up here, bit of speed. No other cars, I can probably cut across to the other side. Yep, we're good. Not that I need to get speed or there's no time trial here. I'm off the brake, I'm off the brake. I'm off the brake. Don't need the brake yet. Don't need the brake. But I'll tell you what's coming up, a big, big steep hill. And I'm gonna need the brake very soon. Oh shit! Here's the brake, folks. I'm applying the brake. Look at the steepness of this hill. All right, get ready for it, folks. This is a long, steep hill. Brake is on. Brake is on. It's on full. And there's another car. Are you kidding me? Where are you going? It's nighttime. Moke Lake is closed. Why are you going up to Moke Lake at this hour? I don't know, folks. I don't know what they're doing. Moke Lake is shut. By the way, it doesn't shut. It's not shut. I'm riding this brake, folks. Heavens to Betsy, I'm riding this brake. We are on the brake the whole way down. Oh, off the brake. I took the brake off. Oh, too speedy. Too much speed. Calm down. Calm down. I can smell the brake burning, or someone's cooking. Either my brakes are burning, the pedals burning, or someone's cooking plastics. Here we go, folks. We're about to enter the S-Bends area. This area here is super steep. Lake Wakatipu in the distance. Lake Wakatipu! What's that noise? I hear a noise. Anyway, here we go, folks. We're going, no noise or no noise, we're down it. We're going down it, folks. S-Bends. S-bend style. Oh shit, it's steep. Oh, this is steep, folks. This is steepness. I'm riding the brake the whole way, folks. The brake is on. Here we go. Cut a left-hand turn here. Oh shit. Where are you guys going? What are you doing? Where are you going? It's nighttime. What's going on? We know this spot. We come up here before. It's a hardcore right-hand corner. Wakatipu! Right there on the corner. The Lake Wakatipu behind me. Look at this. Look at this, folks. Easy ride. I'm off the brake. I'm on the brake. I took it off for a second. Give some respite to the brake pad. Now I'm back on it. We're cutting left here, folks. It's a hardcore left. Oh, shit, yeah. Where are you going? Where are you doing? What are you doing? What? A heavy descent. Moke Lake access road. And for all you yahoos that know this spot, calm down. I've never done this before. I'm on a bike I've never ridden before. Give me a break, right? Oh shit, speaking of a break, this is the end. Here we are, folks. At the Glenorchy Road. What? That was quick. Are there any cars? Nope. Let's just go over to the side here and chill skis. You remember we came here before? The Moke Lake Road? Do you recall being here earlier on this stream? On this video, on this vlog? Well, we just went up to Moke Lake. That bit, crikey, that took so long to walk up and that took no time to get down. But we're not done yet. Queenstown is that way. Yeah, just give me a break. If you yahoos are watching this going, dude, this guy's a tool. Hey, like that's a simple road to cycle on. It might be if you've got your own gear. I'm on a push bike that my housemate got given from the ex-housemate that's been sitting in storage, covered in spider webs. There was no air in the tires. It's only got one gear. The brakes, well, the brakes work, but not great. Only the left one works. So this was a bit hectic for me, a little bit frightening. I was a little bit on edge. It was good fun though. Now we've got to drive or cycle the main route back into Queenstown. And it's getting to that dirty, dusky nighttime vibe. So I guess we've got to be careful here. We'll be there soon though. I'm not doing the Sunshine Bay Trail again. Hell no. This bit of the drive will be pretty, or this bit of the ride will be pretty boring. So I guess unless something riveting happens, I'll see you in Queenstown. And there we go, folks. We are back to the exact spot we began this video at. Now I know you can't see this because GoPro's a shithouse in low light. First thing I'll do is a time check, so work out how long it took. So 5 minutes to 6 in the PM. I can't recall when it was when we hit the that cattle grate at the top of Moke Lake, but either way, the ride back along the main road, uneventful aside from, let me just park up here. Uneventful aside from maybe 2 hills where I walked, the one before Sunshine Bay and the one before Fern Hill. I got out and walked, or I got off my bike and walked. The rest of the way I was pedaling. It was a bit hairy, you know, there's no verge. There's just a white line and there's a lot of cars. Surprisingly, a lot of traffic for a Monday afternoon. As you can kind of hear, there's a lot of traffic here coming into Queenstown. Right here at the front of the Crown Plaza, which is where we began today. To answer the question, can you cycle to Moke Lake? Yes, you can. From Queenstown, you can definitely do it. I rode that thing in the same gear the whole way. So if I can do that, you can definitely ride a bike to Moke Lake and back in one day in Queenstown. So if that's been helpful for you, if you're trying to do this or you're thinking about doing it and this video has been helpful, or even if you just like watching a 46-year-old man drink whiskey by a lake, do me a solid, smack a rack-a-tack-a toot-toot-toot on that subscribe button. Like this video, share this shizzle out with all your friends. Anybody that wants to come to Queenstown that thinks they might want to rent a bike and cycle to Moke Lake, share this video with them. That'll help me. Now normally I'd give you a vista of something, but there is no, the GoPro is so bad in low light, so there's no point giving you a vista to close the video. I see you agree with me. Instead of giving you a vista of something, here's me looking into the camera with no emotion. I'm gonna make this long enough for the overlays to come on. subscribe and previous vlog and all that, Patreon, all that hoo-ha. Oh, by the way, if you want to support the channel, go down below in the description. There's plenty of ways to do that. I'll see you guys on the next up-road. Is that long enough? That's close to long enough, right? That's long enough, dude. That's 20 seconds. Actually, that was probably less than 20. With this little bit of wobble at the end, it's close to 20. Wobble? Did I say wobble? I meant waffle. That's 20 seconds, dude. Cut it. Cut that shiz.